Engaging with something, ironically, is just engaging with that thing. Like, if I ran outside and I punched somebody in the face to raise awareness for why punching people in the face is a bad thing, I still punched a dude in the face. I'm not, like, claiming back strength, I'm just doing the thing. A little organization that's kicked up in the VTuber sphere, and I need to talk about it or my brain will feel sad. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. In a brief little venture here, I'm going to show you. So I'm a VTuber. You might think that this is just a very silly industry where we do everything that we like all the time and we have to deal with any ridiculous stuff, but unfortunately there's a reality in here that we need to address, and that reality is that there are idiots in our organization. Which is this. This is, I am going to do a little bit of naming and shaming here, because I feel like it is something I should do. Normally, I would ignore all of this. Normally, I would walk away, but that sign behind my head that tells Nazi VTubers to go fuck themselves, requires me to do this, because there is a little organization here, a non-corpo group comprised of 5 anime girl VTubers, one of which gives me pause. And the other 4 lump themselves in with this person. Now, I don't know these people personally, but some of you might watch them, and I want to show that they are saying these things. Because I think it is important to call this shit out. I think it is important to point out that this is a problem. I think it is important to see where we're at in the space, okay? Now, I'm a weird little creature, correct? I'm a weird little monster. This is known, but what is also known is that I try to have a spine, try to have a backbone. And here we have a group called the Vtubers, which this is very cringe, very pathetic, very oh look at me, I'm so edgy, lel so random kind of humor, which I thought that we all kind of like left in the background, like we left this behind. Unfortunately, there is still a group of people who are trying to relive like 4chan glory days, and we have them here. These VTubers are Akemi Kurai, Shiro1, Kitsura Nines, Wendigogo, and Nachitsu Miku. Now, Nachitsu Miku is the one that gives the game away on all of this. You guys know me. I dip my fingers into the drama slop every now and again, but this is something to be called out. So, they claim to be a group of people who go against what is deemed politically correct, which, again, very 2016, very, oh, please look at me. Maybe I am giving them what they want with the intention here, but that's the thing. When you do this kind of thing for attention, because you can't get people to pay attention to your content otherwise because you're boring or you fell off, or, you know, you have people who just watch you because they want to see people get angry at you, all you're doing is engaging with that thing that's making people angry. So you ostensibly believe whatever it is you're putting out there. Engaging with something ironically, or engaging with something as a means of, like, farming engagement, is just engaging with that thing. Like, if I ran outside and I punched somebody in the face to raise awareness for why punching people in the face is a bad thing, I still punched a dude in the face. I'm not, like, claiming back strength, I'm just doing the thing, right? There's like, an issue with that. Or if I, like, I don't know, if I ran outside and I lit a building on fire to get attention, I still lit a building on fire. It doesn't matter if I did it just to gain attention, I still did it. So, I'm gonna look at these 5 VTubers. We're gonna look at their Twitter feeds here. We're gonna delve into the swamp a little bit. You guys know that I hate Twitter. You guys know that it's basically just 4chan, but I'd like to look at them a little. This person, one of the members who announced everything, calls themselves a based catgirl VTuber. We have Shiro here, who claims to be a puppy GF. That's perfectly fine. They're a Twitch affiliate. They say that they're a problem. They're retweeting a lot of people in their little group. They're sharing the blueprints to our evil grifter mastermind scheme. Very calculated and totally didn't happen on a random whim one day. Okay, so right here. Akemi is going to make a VTuber group, not corpo, and it's going to be full of based VTubers that are cool and not weird. Derogatory. You got nothing out of joining except collabs, friendships, and having a cool name I pick in your display name. I don't know how to pick people for it yet, so if you'd be interested in joining, let me know how to figure stuff later. There's no size requirement, but you need to actively make content, and we have to get along and vibe well, obviously. Cool. Alright, so they did this. Call it VRisk or VTard, let me in. Awesome. Again, this is the thing, so this is where it starts, joining this thing on a whim, making it on a whim. That's fine. Then we have this person, the Saturn Sentient, a Wendigo VTuber, sleepy and screamy Warhammer fanatic. Cool. Great. They're on Warhammer stuff. They joined this. Iran schoolgirls dancing fearlessly and hijab-free in the streets show exactly why Khamenei fears the younger generation of Iran. The regime has poisoned their schools, tried to crush their spirits, and unleash brutal oppression, but their defiance is stronger than ever. So that's cool. That's great. I don't have anything to really say about Saturn Sentient, Shiro, Akemi, or I have a little bit to say about Nines here, because, well, the cringe is here. We're not going to spend a whole lot of time on this. I mostly want to talk about the last one that is joined, okay? This is a member of that little group, of that community. This person is a Nazi. This is a member of their group. Now, I cannot stress enough how this is a thing that these people, Nines, Saturn Sentient, Shiro, and Akemi, are completely okay with. They're okay with it, and they're hanging out with them. And I wanted to bring this up for two reasons. One, because, well, how is she still on Twitter? Because this is what Twitter is about. Twitter's a Nazi website. That's what it's for now. This person might say, "Oh, I'm doing it so you can, like, hate me, like, oh, I'm rage baiting you, oh, yeah, I got you, blah, blah, blah." That's not different than just being a fucking Nazi. That's not different than just actually believing this. They can say all they want, like, and I haven't seen them say it, I have no choice but to assume that they very much believe in Nazi bullshit, and all of these people also believe in Nazi bullshit. I'm assuming that Akemi, Shiro, Saturn, and Nines are all Nazis, because they, are hanging out with, associating with, and actively supporting a Nazi, who is publicly a Nazi, a genocidal, racist maniac who should probably feel very ashamed and should realize their parents raised a failure. Now, this right here isn't just like a rage baity thing. This isn't just like a cry for attention or a cry for help or a sign of severe mental illness that maybe should be addressed in a therapy setting. This is trying to normalize Nazi rhetoric. This is trying to whitewash Nazis. The most clear way that Nazis engage with shit online is to say they're doing it for like rage baiting or for attention. That's not what's happening here. What is happening here is getting people to engage with Nazi ideas and take them seriously or accept them. This happened in the furry community. This happened in the gamer community. This has happened in more serious communities like journalism, like real-life journalism has a problem with this as well. This has been a thing that has happened in the past. This has happened in nearly every community that has a particular focus that attention is built around. This is a Nazi trying to enter in the bar. Now, I talk about the Nazi bar analogy a lot. This idea that if you let a Nazi into your bar and don't kick them out, eventually they'll invite more Nazis, and eventually you're running the Nazi bar, because all the regular people will leave. I'm calling this out and saying it's unacceptable, and I am genuinely asking for Twitch to do something, for somebody to do something about this, because this is actually an entirely unacceptable thing. This is just a person who is a Nazi pairing up with 4 other people in a little VTuber group to do what? What does this do other than just spread that being a Nazi is just something you can do and that it's okay? What does this do other than normalize it? I've broken my all-time viewer count 30 minutes before the stream. Even starts 75 people. Cool, great. Again, it's an attention thing. They do it for attention on a level, but that doesn't change the fact that they're just being a Nazi. See, the reason why you have people like Steven Crowder, the reason why he made a lot of money, aside from being supported by fucking Russia to sow division in America, is because right-wingers don't actually have a lot of content that they enjoy. They have content they brigade around. They have content that they team up with, right? So by courting that, because they have no, real morals, they have no actual way to stand on their own, they have no meaningful way to, exist legitimately, they just find a singular person who's okay with letting them in, benefit that person as much as possible, and keep them in the public view at the center of everything as much as they can. And it's because they need to astroturf their attention, because nobody actually likes them. It's why they do hate brigades against other people. It's why they rally and rave all over individual creators. It's why they create a lot of false narratives about how they're being oppressed or how they're being rejected, and that's why they're not popular. The reality is these ideas are not only fundamentally unpopular, they're repulsive. This is a disgusting person. This is disgusting behavior. This is the kind of thing that if you did in the real world, you'd get the shit kicked out of you. Like if you walked outside with a swastika armband in an SS uniform and you went to a supermarket, somebody would either kick you out or literally beat you in the streets because you're a disgusting freak. And that's what happens to Nazis. That's a thing that America is still very much in favor of doing, is beating the shit out of Nazis. And this is just attempting to normalize Americans to it, to normalize people to it. So they are streaming right now. We are not going to go to their link. We are not going to look at their channel. We are not going to do anything with that. I am saying that if you are inadvertently subscribed to Akemi, Shiro, Saturn, or Nines, and they are streaming on Twitch, you should unsubscribe from them. You should unfollow them. You should not associate with them. You should not go anywhere around them. These are 4 people who are completely okay with this person. All right? And this is the thing, like this sort of lol, I'm so edgy bullshit, right? This sort of, oh, you're giving me attention, you're hate brigading me, oh, you might double my followers, blah, 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 all that shit. Any of this that is treated as normal, acceptable, or okay by these 4 people is only going to lead more people to eventually agreeing with this person. Because young people, right? Young people will see this, and they will not only think that it is okay, they will think that it is, like, cool and edgy and rebellious, when it's not. When I say things like, you know, one of the lamest things you can be as a Nazi is because that's what they are. They're really fucking cringe. They're weird and, like, repressed and gross. They demand you behave a certain way that only they appreciate, that only they approve of, and they project that desire onto other people when you say, hey, don't be a Nazi. It's a cult. It's a weird, fucked up, sad cult. The only thing you should do with a person like this is point out to other people that they deserve to be ignored and mocked. Okay? Because when you point out that they are really fucking cringe, when you point out that this is, like, very, like, teenage edgy, like, ooh, I'm so dark, oh, I'm not like other girls, oh, I'm so different, oh, I'm so unique, oh, yeah, oh, look at me. It's very neckbeard, it's very leg beard, it's very cringe behavior, right? When you point that out for what it actually is, it steals any of the power that they might feel or have, and they should know that it really is those things. It's not badass, it's not counterculture, it's neckbeard shit. It's the kind of shit that makes it seem like you don't shower or use deodorant, that you, like, are greasy to the touch. It's the kind of thing that ruins your ability to have a regular job if you ever try to move on from it. This person is desperate for attention. They are a cringy edgelord looking for a way to artificially inflate their viewership through inflaming people, and even if, and I'm being very generous here, right? I'm being very generous with the idea that they're not actively already a Nazi that is trying to engage other people in Nazi bullshit, right? Like, they seem sad and really desperate and very pick-me because of this, because of these things. And that goes for all of them. It's very pick-me behavior, it's very edgy behavior, it's very, you know, high school kind of shit. And the only way to really stop it is for them to meaningfully lose viewership and not really get to come back. Because this job that we do, this VTuber thing, it's a privilege. I don't do this job because I'm owed it. I'm not owed public attention. I'm not owed popularity. I'm not owed your money. I'm not owed this position. I do this, and I am very, very, very fortunate that I can. The drop in viewership, the rejection of being in the community, the deplatforming, I would say, to a degree, the shoving them away and going like, no, fuck off, go to your corner and go bitch and cry over there, you don't deserve to be in the public, you don't deserve the platform you have, is really the solution. Because this person, this person, this person, this person, and especially this person, don't deserve to be in our bar. They don't deserve to be here. Lie down with dogs, you wake up with fleas. And these motherfuckers are not getting those things off. So, I say to any of you who might know somebody who follows Nines, who goes by Kitsura9 on Twitch, who follows Saturn's Heart, who goes by Saturn Senshi on Twitch, who follows Shiro, who goes by Shir01 on Twitch, or who follows Akemi, who goes by Akemi Kurai on Twitch, to unfollow them, unsubscribe from them, and do not associate with, work with, collab with, watch, or support any of them. None of these people deserve your support. None of these people deserve your time, because all of these people are okay with this kind of person being in their group. It's obvious if you're here, you're not going to fucking watch the Nazi Miku, right? There is a chance that you might have run into these guys. And as far as I'm concerned, all of them should be completely kicked off the board outside of that. I am giving you this because if you are still on Twitter, first off, get off of Twitter. But if you are on Twitter and you are following any of them, please unfollow them. If you are following any of them on Twitch, please unfollow them. If you're subscribed to any of them on Twitch, please unsubscribe from them. So yeah, I'm going to leave off on that. I just wanted to talk about this because it came to my attention, and I feel like it is my responsibility, for what little power that I have in this world, to advocate for people to disassociate from these assholes as much as physically possible, as much as financially possible, and to let them fade into the obscurity that they have built for themselves. This is their house. They built it, and they get to stay in it now. Akemi, Shiro, Senshi, and Nines run the Nazi bar now. Don't ever, ever allow yourself to deal with the Nazi bar.